What's up? What's up, everybody? Finally, the time has come. The time has come. I have finalized the sideboard guide for this version of the deck. Again, this is kind of forced by the fact that Hogaak's still a deck, so that's why we see a couple of resting pieces here in the sideboard. Otherwise, I don't think I would be playing this. I think I would be playing one Crucible and either one Obstinate Baloth, or I could consider playing a Grafdigger's Cage. Those are the two options that I've been looking at. But yeah, you know, we're doing what we would be playing a 4th Basic Forest over the Horizon Canopy. But it is what it is, and Hogaak is still a deck. So I thought that in order for AmuLIT to survive, we needed to adapt, basically, and there's kind of no way around it. So the cyber guide is 49 pages long, which I think it's the longest one I've written so far. It covers most matchups in Modern. It's just impossible to cover like every single Modern matchup. Because there's so many decks that are, you know, in very low tiers or whatever, that you only see very rarely. Like, I was watching a stream earlier, and while I was having breakfast, and like somebody was playing Mono White Devotion, and it's just like, whatever. Whatever, people will do whatever they want in Modern. That's just the name of the game, you know. That's what the format is about, kind of. Patrizia with the Twitch Prime sub for the 3rd month in a row. Thank you so much for the support. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. And yeah, so this is what we're gonna be playing today. If you are wondering, as a subscriber, how do you get access to the cyber guide? Downright deck. Thank you for the sub. Interesting username, but thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. And yeah, we're doing great, everybody. Thanks for hanging out today. If you're wondering how you get access to the sideboard guide as a subscriber, all you need to do is you need to join my my Discord, which we see right there, the Primetime Stronghold Discord. And if you are a subscriber, it basically updates every couple of hours. And if you're a subscriber, you will get access to the subscriber-only channels. And that is where the sideboard guide is not hidden, but just that's where it hangs out. So if you want to access it, all you need to do is you need to join the AmuLIT, the Primetime Stronghold Discord, and then go to the sideboard guide channel. And yep, let's do a little bit of this. It's the correct list. Okay, sweet. And let's fire up the league and let's play the first match. So I'm gonna do a short stream because I need to go teach a lesson in a few hours, so I will probably only have time to stream a single league. But you know, I wanted to introduce the cyber guide, and well, I wanted to make sure that at least I get one league in there. Maybe I will do another stream later today, depending on what time I get back, but it's probably not very likely. We'll see. But yeah, it's nice to finally be done with it. I think I covered most. Again, I covered most matches. If you feel like I'm missing something that it's important, of course you can contact me through the Discord, and I can, like, I'm very much down to like make updates to the cyber guide as the meta evolves and stuff. So if there's some deck that starts gaining on popularity and becomes, you know, like an actual contender, I will definitely add it. I don't think we can keep this hand, unfortunately. This hand is considerably better. Like, insanely better. It's so much better, it's not even funny. Turn 2 Karn, turn 3 Primetime. Sign me up. The Disco later, I guess, not working from mobile. Oh, that sucks. Arbor Elf. Alright, I mean, this is one of the ways that our opponent... I thought I bottomed this. I guess there were 3 Gemstone Mine in the top 7 cards of my deck. 8 cards, I guess, because I bottomed 1. Also, it's kind of awesome that Azusa will stop Arbor Elf. Hopefully they go like turn to Trinisphere would be delightful, because it's basically not doing anything at all. That would be awesome. Something like turn to Damping Sphere would be problematic though. Breeding Pool. Okay. Okay, so this means that they don't have access to more than 2 mana this turn, which is good for us. I fairly need to AmuLIT, but I'm loving it. Being a dredge living in player forever. Oh, nice, nice downright deck. That's awesome. Welcome. You won't regret it. Because AmuLIT is freaking sweet. Uh-oh. Well, I guess we might just die, huh? Never mind, we just win. So speaking of AmuLIT being awesome, can we talk about AmuLIT being awesome real quick? Can we talk about how great this deck is? Mold to 6, turn 2 kill. Sounds good. So what do we want to do? Do we want to like actually kill? I guess there's no need for me to show them Karn. And I guess I'm 1 mana short from Lattice locking them, so just killing them, it's gonna be better. 2. We make way more mana than is reasonable. Then we cast 6/6 Dude. We go get, again, way more mana than is reasonable. Solid way to start the stream. Solid way to start the stream. My opponent says nut. And I'm like, yep, decent mulligan. So much more play than my graveyard decks. Yeah, maybe. maybe yeah, more than the average deck. For sure. I think the Dredge has a ton of play. Maybe Living End not so much. But I do believe that the Dredge has a ton of play, so okay, we have a Cyber guide, so let's use it. So we go to combo and we go to Devoted Druid combo. Sweet. We bring in explosives, Pithing Needle, and Reclamation Sage. Take out Colony Garden, Pact of Negation, 3 Karns, and Coalition Relic. How's the Hogaak matchup been? It's not great. Like, I mean, that the Hogaak matchup is the sole reason why I'm playing 2 Rest in Peace in my sideboard, right? And the Horizon Canopy too. So yeah, of course, like the matchup is not awesome, but it is playable maybe. This is a very good hand, by the way. We're gonna play Scout on 1. Then turn 2, we're gonna be able to play AmuLIT, Azusa, and Pithing Needle to stop my opponent from comboing off. Or if we draw a Primetime, we're gonna win on turn 2 again. That would be sweet. I love Dredge Unlimited, but AmuLIT has the tools to deal with so much. It's pretty sexy. Oh yeah, I agree. I agree that it's sexy indeed. How do you link Twitch and Discord? It's one of those things that I'm honestly not sure how you do. I know that you can do it because I did it myself, but I don't remember how I did it. I think it's in Discord itself. You have like an option if you go to configuration and you can like link to Twitch or something. I think it has something to do with that. All right. So they whiff there. Okay, redundant Simic Growth Chamber is not great. Because of this, Dark Saga 07, thank you so much for that Twitch Prime subscription. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold, second month in a row. Thank you for the support. I think I'm simply going to develop my mana. And I don't think I want to show my opponent the second AmuLIT. Gonna do this. Play Gemstone Mine and play Pithing Needle. Naming Devoted Druid. Of course, this doesn't stop the mana ability, but it does stop the second ability, which will prevent them from comboing us off. They will still have access to 4 mana here, up to 5, but this will mean that we cannot die by getting comboed off until they answer the Pithing Needle first. Are you off Devoted AmuLIT? I'm not off it per se, it's just I wrote the cyber guide for this list, so I was interested in streaming with this list in order to showcase it, basically. I think that the devoted druid list is actually quite solid. OLM, thank you for that tier 1 subscription for the second month in a row. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. And yes, I will be streaming some Maverick at some point for sure. So don't worry about it. Yep, they have the combo, but it doesn't do anything because Pithing Needle. So now they show me a card in their hand for no reason. That's good for me. But we draw a redundant Azusa, which doesn't really do anything. So I think we're just going to pass the turn. If my opponent does find an answer to this Pithing Needle, we're pretty dead. But I mean, there's no reason for me to like play into anything here. And I don't want to show them like the real amount of mana that I have access to, which is a lot. Okay, so they shock with the Breeding Pool, so I feel like they must have something. Probably the Fairy to bounce this, yeah. So I guess I'm dead. So I would imagine that I'm dead here. Because now they have access to infinite mana. But I'm gonna wait for them to show me the win con, basically. You got it. I guess I don't have an interaction and I can't interact in any way because of the fairies, so I'm just going to F6. Just wait for them to show me the win con and then I'll concede. I think this version of the deck is pretty legit. This is like what Edgar played at like an ACG event or something. I think this version of the deck is pretty legit. Finale of Devastation for 4. What? I am thoroughly confused. But I will take it. I have no idea what happened there. I guess we get one more turn. We draw a blank, and we will play this Undevoted Druid again. Devoted Druid. It kind of sucks that we can't really like do anything. Like we can't really attack the fairy because my opponent just like blocks with the Devoted Druid, and that's it. so we can't even clock the Teferi. I guess that we can attack with both. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So we can attack with both and see how my opponent blocks. Because this will at least, you know, force something. Alright, so they trade there. Alright, so that's another layer of interaction, basically. Now my opponent needs a second Vizier. Like, they need to answer my Needle and the second Vizier. They have another Vizier. Okay. I got, as things stand, I got 2 more turns to draw any action card. Arbor Elf. Please give me something good. That certainly qualifies. So I can path here. Yeah. They floated mana for no reason. And now I can attack the fairy again. They chomp. That is fine. I guess now I will play this. No, I don't think I want to play the second amulet. Never mind. So now they're missing even more pieces than before. So we might actually win this game. Of course, we're winning on the back of my opponent making a mistake, right? But still. Ugh, they have another redundant Druid. They don't have a payoff though. Something good? Something good, please? That doesn't count. Man, if only I had any other white source or red source, we could be able to pressure the fairy. Let's see if they play around Simian Spirit Guide, because that would be hilarious. Yeah, now they're gonna have 2 draw steps to find the payoff. They don't play around the Simian Spirit Guide. Alright, the triple Azusa draw. Triple Azusa draw, not getting there. If they do minus, I'm going to suspect that they found an answer. Okay, I guess that suggests that they didn't. I also have to remember that I need to play at sorcery speed because of this guy. Knight of Autumn. Can we please find a Primeval Titan? Karn would also do it, actually. Karn would also do it because we can just light it. Wow, they go after the amulet? That's crazy. Alright. Something good, please. 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 I know that I want to play this this out in order for my opponent to make like the same play they just did, basically. This is very frustrating. So now they have 2 draw steps. Yeah, to find the win condition. I guess that one works. Yep. Wow, we just whiffed for so long. That's crazy. Yeah, okay. Of course. Of course. I mean, we gave ourselves... I guess I had cited the Karns out, so never mind. But... yeah, like Walking Ballista would have been game winning. Prime Time, of course, would have been game winning. I don't think this is gonna be good enough. Yeah. Gonna molding at this one too. Okay. I'm just gonna keep a really bad 5. Man, this sucks. Like, this really sucks. Does that help? Not really. Maybe a little bit. Because I still won't have enough to crack explosives next turn when it matters. I'm gonna be able to crack explosives on 1, but that's probably not gonna be enough. If I draw an amulet, then I am going to be able to play and crack, so that's nice. I honestly don't think I'm gonna have time, considering my opponent just snap kept the 7. Amulet? Or Redundant Scout, sure. No need to expose my explosives to a Knight of Autumn. Like, if they have it, they have it. I can't really do anything. Man, that was so brutal. That was so brutal. We whiffed so much. Very sad. Okay, here we go. I guess this is... alright. Yield until the end step. Sorry about that. I usually mess around with my phone whenever I'm like playing or whatever. It has like this thing that you can like push back and out. It's so addictive. Ugin the Ineffable. Alright, you got it. You got it too. If this is all they got, I think I can beat that. Yeah, I'm gonna pass. And so I guess we're basically going to be like hanging in there and just get beaten down by a bunch of 2/2s. But the second we find a prime time and enough mana to cast it, we should probably beat How do you feel about AmuLIT in the meta? Going to a GP, but you might switch to... I don't think AmuLIT is particularly great in the current meta, honestly. That's why I've been messing around with the devoted Druid version of it. Because I actually do think that that one does stand a chance in the metagame for sure. Alright, more Sakura Tribe Scouts. Really regretting my sideboarding decisions. Like, I guess if these weren't here, this would be a coalition relic, so we're probably not doing much anyway. So it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so this Ugin is fine, just not in this deck. Like, what? I mean, you make infinite mana and then you play Ugin the Ineffable. It's just like, what are you doing? What is going on? Seems like you could be significantly better than this. You could be doing significantly better than this. Yeah, I don't think this card should be in my opponent's deck. Maybe it's a sideboard card, which I would understand a little bit more. Still, it seems like extremely low impact. Like at 6 mana, you can probably just play like a Wormcoin engine. It seems better than this against the decks where you might want this. So we can EE on 2. I guess I want to use this turn to transmute for primetime. This can answer the primetime though, which really sucks. Alternatively, I could transmute for EE, play it for 0, crack it. I don't think that's gonna be good enough. I just have to hope, I think. Crosso Rex Sage, their Utopia Sprawl. Okay. More 2/2s. I think it's getting to the point where I'm gonna need to trade. I'm gonna trade with the middle one. I have like no way of knowing what's going on here, so, and this is random, so it's not like, it's not correct. It's just a guessing game basically. It's not like better or worse to like stop a different one. It's just what it is. So I can't play primetime yet because my only untapped source is going to be one of these. That's just daggers right there. That is just the daggers. Only gonna get to primetime next turn. It's kind of funny how much both of our decks have been whiffing. They have Cord here. It's definitely a Cord. Oh, that's right. They can finale at Sorcery Field. Okay, so they're gonna get Shalai, and then they're gonna start buffing their dudes. Yeah, I don't think I can beat that. Especially when all the guys have Hexproof. Yeah. Yeah, that one's gonna get me. GG's. Man, that was a brutal match. That was a brutal match. Like I really thought we had a chance there. But that's whiffing for 8 turns on both games. It'll happen sometimes. It'll happen sometimes. I got standarded to death. Wow, that's right. My opponent was playing a standard deck over there. Yeah, fine hand. I'm looking for an amulet or play well, get rewarded, I guess. I definitely snap playing this out because I want to protect it from a potential tight hollow scholar or something. If my opponent is playing the black-white taxes deck, which they are. The Soul Read. We're gonna do this. We're gonna play a Susa. We're gonna play this and this. And then we're going to play a Sakura Tribe Scout. And now we are in a very good position. Unless my opponent has exactly Scholar or like Temple Thought Knot. Those would be the 2 situations where I would be in trouble. AmuLIT is indeed still awesome. Be the guy, ¿cómo te va? ¿Todo bien? KJM31422 with that tier 1 subscription. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. Thank you so much for the continued support. Okay, let's say I packed this. I kind of have to pack it actually. And then on our upkeep, in response to the trigger, I'm gonna do this. By the way, that was a free attack for my opponent that they missed because I was forced into doing this. So I'm saying this one. Would like to not lose the game, thank you very much. And then we're gonna... That was a sick draw. That was a very, very good draw. Like so good. And there's no need for me to like kill this right now. My opponent might play a second one and this stops them from attacking. And now even if they have a Thought Knot, I don't really care that much anymore. That one is annoying actually, never mind. No, I couldn't pack, there's an Arbiter in play. So packed in, definitely not an option. Second Thought Knot, Flicker Wisp. I'm gonna make them choose a target. Wisely targeting the Ballista. I'm definitely more interested in killing the Leonin Arbiter than I am in killing the Wisp, so I'm gonna do this here. Nice, my opponent bit. This is great. So now I got the Ghost Quarter out of the way. I'm going to get my land anyway. And I'm going to primetime my opponent next turn. And my opponent has an irrelevant 3-1. So this should be game right here. Play well. Get rewarded. Pact for Primeval Titan. My opponent is tapped out. They concede. Alright, sweet. You impacted the thumbs here? Oh, that happened so long ago. Yeah. That's what I did. Maybe there's a lot of delay or something. All right, so we go to the mid-range matchups, and then we go for Hate Bears, Syntaxis. So +3 path, 1 queen, 1 sage, 1 force. -2 summoner pact, -1 pact of negation, -1 Karn, -1 amulet, -1 bog. Wow, Francisco, that's such a good resource. Where did you get access to that sideboard guide? Awesome that you asked. Well, all you need to do to get access to the sideboard guide is you need to subscribe to the channel. As a subscriber, you will get access to this exclusive content, which is pretty sweet. And also these emotes. I'm not loving this hand. I think I'm gonna mulligan. There's many ways that this can go very wrong. Yeah, I think I'm gonna mull. This is better and worse at the same time, which is kind of hilarious. I guess we're gonna keep that one. Saka buys 10 out of 10. I agree with that statement, yeah. Giver of Runes. Okay, I would like to find like a white source here. Just like that one. Yeah, that one. It's a Thalia. That is kind of annoying, honestly. Gonna do this. That's not a bad draw, actually. Then we're gonna do this. Then we'll pass the turn. This is nice because this is also a white source, even under a Damping Sphere. So that's cool. Definitely pathing my own scouts. A very real play. Never mind. Because we're not given the option. So we're gonna need to eventually do this. I might as well do this right now. Yeah, you can give the protection for whatever you want. And we already have a green source, so I think I want to play out the garrison here. It will suck if my opponent has a ghost squatter. I guess maybe I should have done that on upkeep. Never mind. Yeah, this is kind of brutal actually. Should have probably done that on upkeep. Never mind. Clearly I made the correct play. I actually should have played this out. That was actually a mistake. My opponent does not have any interaction because of Thalia, so I should have definitely gained 2 life and replay this. That was bad. So we're gonna pass here. Yeah, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we should be, if they don't interact with this, we should be able to prime time them right now. Prime time. Looking pretty good here. And I think I'm going to, I already have another prime time and the Karn in hand, so I think I'm going to go for max mana. I used 2 land drops so far, so I guess I want to bounce one of my untapped sources for next turn. And Azusa is not blocking, so I might as well get my 1 point. What's up, Verse Master? How you doing? Oh, they path my Titan. How can I ever beat that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 mana. That is actually fine. I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna Karn minus. I'm gonna yeah, this is great. So I can Karn minus for explosives on 3. That blanks the vial. It kills both of my opponent's threats, and I also have Path for the Thalia. So I think we're gonna be just fine this game. I definitely want to have access to the white source. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want to leave the white floating. That's going to be 5 mana. Minus Karn, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I have way more than enough mana to do everything that I want. This also blanks the vial, which is some real nice value. Yes. Go get explosives. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so note that this is a cool interaction with Thalia. So we're gonna do cast explosives, and we're gonna do white, blue, green. So the X is gonna be 2 because Thalia makes it cost 1 more. But the way Sunburst works, it doesn't really matter. Like it's still cast with 3 colors, so we will still be able to blow these dudes up. Underwater with a Twitch Prime sub for the 3rd month in a row. Thank you so much for the continued support. Very much appreciated. And now we're gonna be able to destroy my opponent's board and then Lattice lock them. So we're gonna do 1, 2, crack, path. What did we lose to on round 1? We lost to the Bant Druid deck that Edgar played at that SCG event at some point. So what can I do here? Can I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I have exactly enough mana to Lattice lock them and then play a primetime so they can't attack me with Thalia. This is sweet. Mycosynth Lattice. So that's 6 mana. Feels good, man. Feels good, man. Karn. And I'm gonna get, I guess, Colony Garden plus a bounce land. Oh, they just concede. Sweet. Alright. People say that those kind of like hate bear Staxis matchups are tough for us, but my win percentage against them is actually very, very high. So I don't consider them to be very, very bad. Turn 3 Titan. I like. Is this a mirror? Damn. Restmaster, you need to join. You need to join the Discord, and when you link your Twitch to your Discord, you will get access to the sideboard guide. So we're behind this game because my opponent was on the play. So unless we draw a second AmuLIT, I think it's very likely that we will lose. Unless my opponent just doesn't have it, which is possible. It looks like they do though. Yeah, they do. Okay, so... Oof. Wow, that Ghost Quarter is brutal. Start here, see what my opponent does. They should definitely Ghost Quarter here immediately. I'm gonna play out the explosives on 1 just because we are so far behind. And if we draw... Yeah, we're just too far behind. I don't think we're gonna be able to catch up. My opponent having the Ghost Squatter there basically sealed the deal. Man, just naturally drawing the 1 of GQ. Brutal. Yeah, I think we had a shot before my opponent played the Ghost Squatter, and once they did, it was just like too much. If they show me a primetime here, I'm going to concede because we can't win anymore. We're too far behind. Pact also does it. Okay, cool. All right, sideboarding for the mirror. +2 path, +1 negate, +1 sage. -1 colony, -1 ballista, relic, explosives. Turn 2 kill, keep. We get got something I want to point out. I mean, I'm gonna go for it anyway because like there's no way that I don't go for it. But we get super got by Force of Negation, by Force of Vigor. Sorry. Never mind, we don't. Never mind, we do not get got by Force of Vigor. And at this point, we even have Pact backup. Anything else I want to change? I don't think so. Oh, hey, Papa Fern, who has the power of the top deck? Yep. I wonder if draws like that are actually a reason. Actually, like, explosives is gonna be blowing up amulets more often than not. Let me experiment with this. I'm not sure this is correct, but let's experiment with this on the draw. Let's experiment with that. Let's see what happens. So this hand is slow. Oh, Square Me, thank you for counting the turn 2. Thank you, I appreciate it. My opponent kept 7. Steer into Amulet and lose with this hand. that sounds like the plan, honestly. That sounds like the plan. The Ghost Squatter is the one that's like tricking me into keeping this. Like the fact that we have both access to like negate, steerings, and the Ghost Squatter. Oh my god. I think I should mulligan this. The problem is that the more that I think about it, the more that I'm like convincing myself. The more that I'm convincing myself to keep it, which is counterproductive if what I want to do is win this game. But let's imagine that I top deck a scout and then next turn I steer into an amulet and then we're able to like play the amulet immediately and then like flash in the semi-gross chamber for the surprise negate. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many ifs. Okay, I'm gonna make the correct decision. Mulligan. Punished. All right. Alright, turn 1 Steerings is not turn 1 Amulet. Cavern of Souls. Gross. Because my opponent can't answer it this turn, I'm going to play out the Amulet. If I happen to draw a Susa, like, we're actually in a good spot. Like, if I happen to top deck exactly a Susa, we are actually in a reasonable spot. Azusa? Path. And doesn't quite do it. That's Cavern of Souls. They just have nothing. Now we tank. So what do we get? How do we lose this game? How do we lose this game? My opponent does not have a Susa. How do we lose here? No, Wormcoil doesn't do anything here. And I don't think they're gonna be able to answer this Karn. Like, that's the thing. Like, their Walking Ballistas, if they still have it in the deck for whatever reason, are blocked. So they don't do anything. I think I'm going to Needle. I think that the play is gonna be to Needle. And I think that I'm going to Needle Stronghold. I think I'm going to Needle Stronghold. Exactly, because we lose to our opponent's sandbagged amulets, I think that the way to stop that from happening is to Needle Stronghold, because that means that my opponent cannot attack. It's kind of awkward, granted. Slayer's Stronghold. It's super awkward. It's super awkward. But it feels like that is one of the few ways that we're going to lose this game if we do. Because next turn we just lock them. Like, they need to do something here, because next turn we just lock them with Lattice. That's his Summoner's Pact. Reclamation Sage. Okay. Tagging the Amulet. Okay. So now we only have access to 4 mana. With 4 mana, is there anything we want to do? We get minus for Relic. That does not seem particularly great. I think we're just going to just plus on the Needle. Yeah. And then we're just going to, like, play this out. And if they want to change, if we want to trade here, that is fine. In fact, even better, we can path our own Needle, which will give us access to Lattice mana next turn. Dismember. That is very interesting. I think I'm gonna path my own needle. This means that my Karn can get attacked for 2. Yeah, pathing Sage does not seem like a good idea. And this gives me Titan mana for next turn. So now they can attack the Karn, which kind of sucks. Titan? Second Karn. Ha. So now we could minus for Worm Coil. Holding a pact doesn't seem particularly useful. And minusing for Worm Coil seems better than minusing for Walking Ballista, so let's do that. It's not an insane play or anything, but it's like a play that we can do. We could have also minus for Lattice, but at that turn my opponent is going to Titan me, so it's kind of slow. This at least answers the prime time to some extent and protects the next Karn. My opponent just hit all of their ETB and tap lands. So lucky. So lucky. So now I guess we minus for for Python Needle again, right? This time naming Stronghold. So they have T-West and Fountain. Man, my opponent just... I just cannot find the freaking... So we're gonna go get Needle again. We're gonna name Sunhome Fortress of the Legion. This is the way to make our Worm Coil actually a reasonable card. They didn't leave themselves a second blue mana, which is bad for them. I can't really pact because, well, they can Ghost Quarter my blue sources, which sucks. I guess they did find the blue source. Man, this has been a really weird game. You got an Azusa. Okay, so they have T-West in hand. They just pass the turn. Now this is an interesting draw. This makes me think negate so freaking hard. So I think we're tightening. There's the negate. I can pack this. Because otherwise they would have transmuted for Pact of Negation. One, two, three, four, five, six. I think I can lock them out here. Karn does not die on the attack if I lattice them. Wormcoil trades with Primetime. They cannot buff the Primetime. This blocks here, this blocks here. Because I still have a land drop to give. So I can just lock them out. And I can also attack. This game has been pretty crazy, honestly. This is usually not how the matchup plays out, but it's been very, very sweet. And here we can haste the Primetime because it's basically just +2 mana. That Ginger Kyla, thank you for the follow. Yeah, so I think we just haste the Primetime. We still have a land drop to give. Swing, we're gonna get Simic Sanctuary. Probably should be Simic. Gonna bounce the other Sanctuary. And bounce the Forest. They take it. Play my land for turn. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna flash that one in end of turn. Minus Karn. Yes. Lattice. Lock you. Yes! Yes! Yeah, we still had enough mana to pay for both pacts, and we also have 2 more because of, I guess 1 more because of the scout. And this locks my opponent out, so I don't need to play around Ghost Quarter or anything like that. Yeah. And people say the mirror is just like a cheese. I mean, I guess the game 2 was pretty much a cheese. We just had the turn 2 kill with Pact backup, Pact and Negate backup. It was pretty dumb, but yeah. The mirror can be super interesting. Yes, please. In the blind, I am going to lead on Scout, but it's possible that if I knew that I were playing against the discard spell deck, I would definitely lead on AmuLIT there. Search for Tomorrow. Playing against some Scape Shift action over there. Ooh, I guess we lead on AmuLIT. And I'm not going to be greedy. We're just gonna do this, and we're gonna bounce the Sanctuary itself. Then we're gonna get semi-growth, which is cool. And I'm not gonna play around. I'm not gonna play around like Seaman Spirit Guide into Anger of the Gods or something stupid like that. Yeah, do you still have the turn 2 command? It should be there, yeah. Maybe it's something that only I can do. What? What the hell? I was not expecting this once. That is for sure. Land, Asusa, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I still have 2 more to give. Yeah. So I can 16 my opponent here. Just gonna do a little bit of this, a little bit of this, and a little bit of that. We can hold that Pact of Negation here, which is pretty nice. T-West Simic. Bounce here. Swinging for 16 doesn't really achieve anything for us because it's not lethal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we're gonna have more than enough mana to pay for both backs next turn if we need to. Bant Noko. 4-color Bring to Light Snow deck. Jeez. Okay. Will I need to play around Icefang Quattle? Coatl? Epic Kitty Cat Gaming with that Twitch Prime subscription. Welcome back. Glad that you're still here. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. Thank you for the support. The new Hogaak Bridgevine is super fast. Yes. I would agree with that wholeheartedly. That deck is busted. I think they will need to ban it. Will my opponent achieve their goal of me still having no idea what they are doing over there? No idea what's going on. It plays well to well out of graveyard. Hate for them not to ban it. It beats you with Harlan first deck. Should beat you though. Turn 2. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just a little bit too much, you know. Whatever they are doing, I think I'm gonna want negates. I think I'm going to want Force of Vigor and Rex Sage. Maybe I don't want Coalition Relic. I'm assuming that if they are playing Bring to Light, they're not playing Damping Sphere. Probably don't want Ballista either, and Explosive seems kind of sketch. I think I'm gonna try this based on my wild guesses. If my opponent shows me more of their deck, we're going to have way more information for games 2 and 3. Oh, this kind of short on mana. Yeah, I think I'm gonna mulligan. Yikes. This hand has a little bit more of a plan, but I don't think it's enough. Whew, brutal. Okay, this hand is actually not terrible. As a 4-card hand, this hand does some stuff and some things. We're definitely bottoming that one. It would be nice if it had been exactly as Zeus, I would have considered it, but we're kind of very much looking for a bounce land here. That's a Primeval Titan. I don't think I want to expose the amulet yet. Casey, 1990, thank you for the follow. Wow, spend search for tomorrow like this? Sick value. Ugh. I mean, this turn I actually do need to play out the... That was, of course, a sequencing mistake. That was my bad. I mean, it's not really going to matter, but I could have represented Spell Pierce for free, so that was definitely correct. This turn I do need to play out the amulet, because if I draw a bounce, I'm able to play Karn. And stop my opponent's mana fixing. Insane. Insane. Utopia Sprawl on the Forest. Okay. So maybe I'm liking black. Bounce land. Sick. Okay. At least that's something. And here I think I'm just going to develop my mana. I'm not going to be greedy. And we probably just plus here on nothing. I want more info before I go with anything. We might get punished if my opponent like bring 2 lights into an answer to Karn. This is a Quaddle. Ooh, Ladamber Skull. Okay. I guess I am gonna get punished. What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You don't just randomly end of turn in a Ladamber Skull for Emrakul unless you have something very broken coming up. Is this Breach? Wow, they just like, they naturally found all of their colors. Crazy. Okay, cool. You got me. Anything we want to change? Not really. I just think I like Force of Vigor better than Explosives. Wasn't it obvious that they were going to do that for Emrakul? Yeah, sorry. I totally didn't see the line of, you know, turn. We're gonna keep this. Turn just tutor for Emrakul end of turn off of my opponent's current mana situation. It was my bad. I'm new to this deck, you know, so I'm learning. This is nice. It's turn 2 card. Dismember? No, search for tomorrow. Okay. Whew. So bounce. Turn 2 Karn. Now what do? We didn't see anything worth niddling. Maybe I just want a minus for Ballista to play around the Quaddle. My opponent is asking consideration. My opponent is asking how often does turn 2 Karn actually happen. Like, not often, but not very often either. So next turn I'm gonna be doing 2, 8, so 4, 8, 12 mana. So I think I like getting Ballista here to get my value, and then next turn try to go for the Lattice Lock and then play the Ballista. You're gonna get to resolve their Search for Tomorrow though. Grab Crypt in case they're a graveyard deck too. Yeah, now that is thinking. No, that is smart thinking. Glove Crypt to play around the graveyard, hey, of course. But yeah, I like getting Ballista here because it means that next turn we can minus for Lattice, and if my opponent is playing like Negate or something like that, we can still like put an actual threat in play. And I like Ballista because if my opponent, instead of going for Negate, goes for like EOT Quaddle, then the Ballista answers the Quaddle while the Wormcoil does not. So that's why I chose to go for the Ballista instead of the Wormcoil. Well, now we don't need to worry about Wormcoil anyway. About Quaddle anymore. My opponent says, I guess I lose to Lattice next turn. Like, I guess. Unless you can answer these dudes or these dudes. They need to answer 2 of these things. Mycosynth Lattice. They just concede. Sweet. I'm still not sure what my opponent's deck was doing. Still have no idea what they were up to, but that was it. Five color, all the decks. Oops, all the decks. Just played against oops, all the decks. That's funny. All right, last match. Let's get that 4-1. So we can prove that Karnmulet is still legit. Okay. It's a weird hand that I think it's worth keeping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's good to notice. Oh yeah, this person has been playing Blue Red Delver. Why do we run Ballista main? Because sometimes it's important to be able to transmute for the Ballista. The bottom. Alright, that's actually a very good draw. Because this means that now I can like develop my mana and do stuff. Play Asusa. Play... I think I'm gonna play T-West and then play Simic Growth, bouncing the T-West and transmuting for a Summoner's Pact. This means that if I draw a Bounce Land or Vesuva, I'm going to have access to Titan next turn, or if my opponent doesn't answer the Asusa, I also have access to Primetime. So first order of business for them is to concede. Well, I guess my opponent could not beat a Primeval Titan. What makes EE so good against Hogaak? Good question. EE on 0 blows up the board, all of their zombies, so it's a catch-up mechanism. Actually playing explosives on 0 and destroying your own plant tokens thus answer your opponent's bridges, like it exiles their bridges. A bunch of their dudes are 1 mana cost, so in some board states you can kill like Carrion Feeder and like other like Insolent Neonate, some of the other like critters that they can clock you with, maybe if you have like a Rest in Peace or something on board. And on 2 it destroys bridges, so those are the stuff. Does that count as a turn 2? I don't think it does. I don't think it does. So we don't want Ghost Squatter, we probably want Rex Sage. I just don't have that much info about their deck though. I think explosives might be good. I don't think I want Ballista. Wormclaw seems... Wormclaw is kind of terrible. Maybe it is, no, maybe it is not actually better than Ballista. I don't think I like Karn. Oh, Hornet Queen I probably want, yeah. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna try with that, see what happens. You mean EE on 2 takes care of altar? Yes. If I didn't say that, then of course I was wrong. Yeah, EE on 2 is what takes care of the altar. Mulligan here. Easy mulligan. This one is a weird key, but I think it's worth keeping, and I like that card on top. Breeding Pool. Okay, so probably we're not playing around. Probably we're not playing around. Blood Moon. Here I choose to play this because I don't think I'm pathing my opponent's Delver this turn. And this protects the AmuLIT from a very likely Abrade. So... What? Opponent, that was a free attack. Whatever. This one's real close. I think Ballista is gonna be too slow, so that's not a consideration. But I think that Coalition Relic will just get got by a Spell Pierce. So I think I'm gonna go this, and I'm gonna use this turn to try to path their threats. Of course, if I had found an EE there, I would have snapped that off. But Ballista definitely not as good on this board. Sure. Bolt my plant. You got it. You got it. I think I'm going to path here because it uses my opponent's counter magic, whatever that is. Blossoming defense? Holy crap. Alright, we might be playing against like a Holy Diva kind of deck over here. Well, now that I know what I'm up against, I'm going to definitely be more careful. That's the Pierce that I was playing around the entire game. I'm definitely going to be playing around some kind of removal. Some kind of like protection spell. Okay, Ancient Grudge. They have a Pierce. So their hand is just a Spell Pierce. If you want to use it here, be my guest. Because I will pay. Sanctuary. Pact. I'm basically baiting the peers here. If they Spell Pierce me here, I will of course let it resolve. If they don't, I will go get a Sousa. But we have perfect information. Okay. Did resolve. Play a Sousa. Play Sanctuary. Play Kalni. And trying to protect my life total is of course the priority in this situation. But that path was of course very poorly sequenced. But I was not aware that my opponent had Blossoming Defense in their deck, of course. Block. So here we pay for Pact. Yes. Cycle. We're gonna play this on Giant. And pass the turn. So we're dead to Lightning Bolt, of course. We're dead to any pump spell. We're dead to a bunch of things. They don't cycle the fiery eyelet. Of course, snap blocking there. Okay, so they do have a pump spell at Tarka's command. Yeah. Alright, got me. Oops. I clicked the wrong button. Alright. I don't think I want Rips. Do I want the gates? I don't think I want the gates. Definitely want Hornet Queen. Probably don't want Coalition Relic. And definitely don't want Rex Sage. Alright. Papa John's napkins. The reason why I'm streaming this today, it's because I finished writing the sideboard guide for this list, so it made sense to play it today. So never assume that when I'm not playing something, it's because I'm over it or I'm done testing it or whatever. Okay, so we're just gonna mull into Oblivion. Yeah, this is so unlucky. Yeah, we're just gonna die. Very anticlimactic way of finishing the league, but Opponent has a cool deck though. I despise the card Eldrazi Secret, so I don't think this card is very playable at all. If they flip the Deliver, I concede. Okay, they don't. If I know, yeah, that's not the one. It's the one for subscribers. London Mulligan, where are you at? Yeah, for real though, right? Second delivery now. Explosives on one. If they had an Agent Grudge for this, I think it's safe to just concede. So much better than Devoted Druid. Yeah, to cast Rip. That is exactly correct. And it's the only reason why I'm doing that. Like, if I were not playing Rips in the sideboard, I would not be playing Canopy. I would much rather be playing the fourth basic. Oof. Alright, explosives at the top. That's my out. Million mana floating, pass the turn. Okay, they have a braid. That's actually lethal. So 3, 6. Yeah. Alright. That kind of sucked in the end. Like mulligan into 2, it's not where you wanna be. But it happens. Variance is it's a wild mistress. But still, I mean, as you can see, the deck still has legs. The deck still has legs. There's a ton of play to it, as there always is. And Karn is still great. Karn won like 2 or 3 matches of the ones that we played. It does get sideboarded out a reasonable amount, but it is what it is. You know, it's not really a big deal. It's like the power that it offers in some other matchups, the reason why we're playing this. However, I do agree, and I do firmly believe that this is probably the correct build until they ban Hogaak. If I were playing an event where a modern event where Hogaak is still legal, I think this is what I would register. I mean, I will continue testing it, but it's by far the one that this is the list that has given me the best results against Hogaak. So I will continue testing, of course, but I think I would play something like this. The things that I would consider changing are instead of Rest in Peace, we can go full for Tomo scripts. That would be another option. And this would make things easier on the mana and would allow us to play the third forest. Some people are playing Leylines. I insist that Leyline is unplayable. You can do whatever you want, but I do think that the card is just terrible in AmuLIT. I'm not saying Leyline is unplayable, period. It's the fact that I do like... I don't like Leylines in AmuLIT specifically. Spill Pierce or Second Negate. The list that Will had 2 pierces. I honestly kind of like Negate better. The thing is, one thing to consider, and why I'm actually closer to playing 2 Negates than I am to playing 2 Spell Pierce, it's because your blue-white matchup gets considerably worse with this list. Like, it's much worse. First of all, you have cards that don't do anything on their own. You are missing 4 of a really good card in the matchup. Now we're only playing the 1, but you know, before we had access to the full 4 copies, and we're playing much less basics, and we are not playing Karn nor Hivemind, which were both very good against the blue-white matchup. Spell Pierce is better against all the stupid control decks, all the stupid combo decks, basically, which Modern is kind of filled with. However, I don't think that there's, like, for example, I don't think that you would bring Spell Pierce against Devoted Druid combo, for example. So that's one reason to play Pierce over Negate, but then you're not bringing in Pierce. So what's the point of having Pierce in the first place if you're not even bringing it in the matchups that it's your reasoning to be playing it over Negate? That's what makes it kind of weird, you know. So I am definitely way closer to be playing the second Negate than the second Spell Pierce, 100%. Still, this is the version as soon as Hogaak gets banned, which it hopefully does quickly. This is the version that I would be playing moving forward, I think. Minus 2 Rest in Peace, of course, because this is just overkill. And I would play 1 Crucible, and the other thing that I was thinking of is Grafdigger's Cage. So those are the 2 things that I would consider. Obstinate Bailoff, also a very real contender. That's always a card that I like having access to in my sideboard. Force of Vigor has been nice overall, so I think I will continue playing it. It's not like necessary, like you need to have a Rexage in your sideboard if you want to like play AmuLIT. That's just a thing. But you don't need to have access to Force of Vigor. In fact, I don't own any of this card in paper, so if I had to play an event, I might just not play it, just like play like the Bailoth or the Grafdigger's Cage or whatever. But this is the list I wrote the cyber guide with. Another potential changes that I could consider would be -1 Rest in Peace +1 Grafdigger's Cage. That's one thing that you can do if you're playing Karn. Grafdigger's Cage is a nice card to be able to wish for. And yeah, have I tried Silent Arbiter? Yeah, it's not great. Because you want it against decks like humans and like spirits and stuff like that, but those decks play like 4 Reflector Mage and like a bunch of Deputies of Detention, so you are like in the same place that you were before. They just bounce it and then go off. Like it's not like they're siding out Reflector Mages against us, right? So I don't think it really achieves anything. To play Silent Arbiter. It's a sweet card though, and it's probably better than Ensnaring Bridge for us since we have such a hard time emptying our hand because of the bounce lands. But I don't think it's very good. I don't think it fixes any matchup that we need help in, basically. But yep, that is gonna be it for me today. If you have any questions, you can reach me anywhere on Twitter, on Discord, or that's basically it. You can find me there. If you haven't hit that follow button, make sure you do so. If you want to subscribe and have access to the brand new cyber guide that I wrote, you can subscribe with that link over there, and you also get access to these sweet emotes over here. If you want to check out previous streams, you can do so in my YouTube channel, which you can find right there. And finally, if you would like to donate to the stream to help support the stream in a different way, you can donate with that link over there. With any donation of $12 or more, I will stream any list of your choosing through a league. And any donation that you make helps me get closer to my donation goal in order to make it to GP Vegas. So hopefully we will make it there, because I would love to go to that GP. Especially because the limited format is actually kind of sweet, so I would enjoy playing it. Let's see who we can raid. Yeah, so speaking of Modern Horizons, this is a streamer that doesn't stream as much anymore, but has started doing so again recently. It's Grant, G-77. I very much recommend his stream. He's a very, very good player. And he's been killing it on Modern Horizons Draft, so let's go check that out. I will be back tomorrow, probably with some Legacy, and then we'll be back some more AmuLIT to finish up the week. But yep, hope to see you soon, and have an amazing rest of your day. Bye bye.